Hi everyone, this is Josephine Loray. I am a first-gen Canadian of Sicilian descent. I live in Calgary, which is in the west, in Alberta, up snuggled into the toes of the Rocky Mountains in on a land that was originally inhabited and traversed for millennia by many different groups of Indigenous peoples, including but not limited to the groups that still live here today, the Piikani, the Tsuut'ina, the Nakota, the Kainai, and the Siksika. And interesting point of fact, the Tsuut'ina are the same group, linguistic group, cultural group, as the Dene, and the Dene are sometimes more commonly known by the name given to them by the Spaniards, which is Navajo. So just to say that the lines and the colors that currently exist on maps, yeah, they're not, they don't say the whole story. They don't tell the whole story. Anyways, The Moon and All Her Faces. This is my fourth collection of poetry and my first full-length collection. The other ones were chapbooks. Do I have them? I do. I have some of them here. I have my previous collection in my father's house, 2024. I have, excuse me, the Cowichan series, poems written on Vancouver Island in the Cowichan Valley, accompanied with my own photography, 2019. And I don't have Unity with me right here, but that was written, it's a little chapbook that was published here in Calgary. Let me take a sip of water. So I am creating this little video to entice you. I'm very happy to be one of the feature readers at Sacred Grounds, the San Francisco Poetry Reading Series, which I believe is the longest standing in San Francisco, and I was very happy to be invited by Dan Brady to to read this coming Wednesday, the day after Remembrance Day, so it'll be November 12th. And he asked me to kind of do a little preview of the poems from The Moon and All Her Faces. So I would like to do that. Also mention that I did take this photograph. The photograph was cropped to fit on the cover, but there's the moon. And what you don't see is her reflection in the water here. And this was taken quite a few years ago on a ferry ride to Nelson, BC, where my middle child lives. Alrighty, so I will be sharing a few pieces. And if you'd like to hear more, please come in. Ink in the Moon. Cradled on canvas, ink stains fingertips deeper than night, while the moon, in her splendor, spreads a lacy veil across the sky, softening the path of stars. So when I was asked if I would like to bring together a collection that would be published in the States by Red or Green Books, Marissa Prada of New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, I thought that I would use the moon as my central axis. The moon waxes and wanes, rises and falls, showing us, teaching us, in a sense, about the transitions that we go through in life. And I also arranged it thematically by season, because I feel like each season represents a phase in our lives. So I start with summer moon. And so summer is a time of growth and abundance, autumn moon for harvest and also decline, winter moon for loss and reflection, remembrance, nostalgia, and then spring moon for hope and reawakening. So the next poem I would like to share with you is She Swallows a Seed. Oh, I wanted to say each of the sections begins with a moon poem, and each of the sections ends with a dream poem, and then there's a bonus poem at the end. And I've dedicated this collection to my mother, because I was going to call it The Moon and All Her Phases, and then I thought, no, it shouldn't be phases, it should be faces. She swallows a seed, she slips the seed beneath her tongue, and then the shadow grows within, silent, shiftless, until the night of no moon, when it rises like storm, imploding sky. A fox returning to her den to find her kids consumed, waves frothing at the mouth, of boundless caves, seabirds flung by wind, and half a raven's wing found among spent needles, crushed cones, and then for 27 nights she sleeps without dream. The next poem. Winter Flowers. Dusk deeper, midwinter, the sky slipping from soft dove to pigeon to flicker, and deeper yet to raven. The blink of winter planets crisp as the light that rings rooftops, engulfed by night. Silence no enemy to solitude. In the glow of a kitchen they waltz in congelation, her cheek soft against the gristle of his chin, the scent of her hair, his hand rough yet secure in that space in the small of her back, while on the window pane frost etches winter flowers. And this one I wrote in California, so a year and some ago, I guess, December to February. I was down in Leucadia first and then Oceanside, just trying to get away from the ice and the snow. And this one is called The Pelican's Prayer, and anybody who's been to coastal California might have some recollection of some of these scenes. Pacific. The sky the color of water, the color of faded slate, gunmetal, gloom. High tide, no sand visible, water smashing on rocks at the bottom of these cliffs, relentless, spumes rising in grey air. On their bellies, in dolphin skins, surfers paddle out toward the breaking of the waves. Their morning communion. A young woman in a red bikini, surfboard in hand, walks along the shore looking for the moment and the courage to go in. The waves relentless, the sea claiming, driven by the waxing moon. The tide high. Above the edge of surf, water crests again and again before breaking. Before the breaking of bread, water into wine, a battalion of pelicans in line formation glide north and circle back, beaks a linger of their prehistoric selves, gliding, leaning in to dip the tips of wings in the sacred spray of the sea. A holy baptism. Yeah, so I hope that you have a chance to come to Sacred Grounds on Wednesday and revel in the poetry. Thanks very much and take good care.